What's going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice. Guys, just wanted to bring you a quick update report from practice Wednesday and a couple things that have gone down. So obviously, if you guys were wanting to look into on a couple other things that happened with kicking situation, things of that nature, be sure to go check out our most recent videos. But I think that the most obvious thing that happened today, that a lot of people are seeing on Instagram and Twitter right now, and for the YouTube audience that maybe hasn't seen it, the Colts have put something up on the board that had a poster of T.Y. Hilton and had a thing that said, "Thank you for the memories." So I think it is pretty much the Colts signifying to Colts Nation that T.Y. Hilton will most likely not be coming back as an Indianapolis Colt through the rest of his career. Again, a lot of people were wondering, with the Colts maybe potentially needing a veteran wide receiver, was T.Y. Hilton going to be an option going forward? Well, obviously, they're making that case now that he is not an option going forward. He is not going to be somebody that the Colts are going to look to re-sign and bring back. So that being said, we just move on from this and, we see if the Colts maybe end up getting somebody else later on in the season. But that does seem like T.Y. Hilton is no longer going to be a Colt, and that will most likely be the end of his football days. So, again, T.Y. Hilton, maybe we can make a video about him. A guy that was, probably the number 3 best wide receiver in this franchise's history. When you look at it from a numbers perspective, and a lot of greatness from T.Y. Hilton, but I think his days are finally over. So going into the practice report, and this is where the update comes in for you guys. So we had a DeForest Buckner being out with a hip. He did not practice today. Now the weird thing is he did talk in the locker room earlier, made it sound like as if it's not a big deal. And I think that he didn't end up getting any training done with like any of the trainers. Like he didn't look like he was hurt, so maybe it was just one of those scenarios where he's just, keeping it safe until Sunday. And that's probably going to be my guess on it. Shaquille Leonard was a full participant at practice today. Great news as well, because the Colts were in pads and Shaquille Leonard was a full participant. So that's great to hear. Alec Pierce did not practice today because he's now in concussion protocol. Apparently was developing symptoms after the game on Sunday, where he took that massive hit by Petrie in the second quarter. So obviously that hit to the head ended up putting him in concussion protocol. So most likely he's going to be out for this next week, most likely. Kenny Moore, limited participant in practice today, also with a hip. And Michael Pittman Jr. with a quad. He was a limited participant as well. So again, I wouldn't look too much into these at this moment, guys. Like I said, I believe DeForest Buckner is going to play on Sunday. If I had to make an educated guess, I would say the only guy on that list that's not going to play in some capacity is going to end up being Alec Pierce. So, I think that things will be okay. But that's the injury report. That's the updates and everything that's been going on around Colts Nation today. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this. Let me know what your thoughts are on the T.Y. Hilton scenario, on the injury report, and everything else going forward. We will keep you updated as we learn more. But that'll do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, guys, go Colts.